So if you want to take video and you're thinking of taking getting either the Canon 650D or the Canon 600D, really your choice is pretty simple, because there's two great features on this camera and one glaring omission. On the 650D, they've got rid of the glaring omission, which is autofocus, but they lose one of the other features. So if you're interested in video only, is what I'm talking about here, and you're thinking of picking up a camera and using it to make little films or videos, your choice is really simple. If you want to film things a long way away and you think the 3x zoom feature is useful, that means this 300mm lens becomes 900 without any loss in quality. You've got to have the 600D because it's the only one that's got it. If you're not fussed about that huge long distance, but you find autofocus, nor lack of it, a pain in the ass, which it is, you've got to go for the 650D because it has it, but you lose the 3x zoom. So really, and all of these models have that, they have like one great thing and another minus, one great thing and another minus. So the two good features of this are the 3x zoom and the 60 frames a second, but they don't work together. They don't give you all of it in one package. There is no one camera fits all, and ideally you'd want the feature off the 650D on the 600D and vice versa, but that doesn't happen. The reason I say about the autofocus, and it's really annoying when you read about it, and video people are always saying, oh, it doesn't matter, use manual focus, and they talk about, you know, how professionals use them and all that, but we're not professionals, or at least I'm not. And for normal people who don't have actors who are walking up to predetermined spots on the ground, who don't have camera dollies, who don't have sliders and loads of equipment and time to predictable events that you can manual focus, then actually having manual focus all the time is absolutely pants. And people say that the manual focus is a useful thing to have and you shouldn't be using autofocus, you know. Well, I agree, sometimes manual focus is great, but how many people would buy a camera now that didn't have autofocus when you're taking photos? Yeah, sure, sometimes you want to use the manual focus, but actually if you use that all the time, everyone now thinks autofocus is a good thing. And it really is when you're videoing with an SLR as well. If you're trying to find, like, you're trying to film your dog or your kid running around on the beach, try and do it with manual focus. When it's running, when the person, the dog, the bird, whatever, is running, flying towards you, away from you, going in and out of focus, try and do it with manual focus. It really is a very tricky thing. So if you want the autofocus feature, 650D. If you think you're going to put up with the slight headache and have loads of practice doing manual focus, go for the 650D because it gives you the longer reach. But neither of them are the easy pick-up and video tools that they'll tell you. And if you are interested in making videos with an SLR of any description, have a look at this book down here. It's got loads of tips and guide ideas on how you can get around some of these problems.